takes it himself, finding some room up the middle, and into the end zone, touchdown Clearfield. And that pass is intercepted, State College. It's E.B. Britton, and he is ripped down, the ball comes loose. Richland picks up, taking it the other way.
Across midfield, down the near side again, cuts it back toward the middle. Did he have a tackle?
There's some shifty moves as he heads back to the far side. Give goes to Oliver. He pulls over a man as he goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Tyrone.
Yes, no, definitely.
You got levels there?
Check 1 2 3 4. Check 1 2 3 4. Check, check, sound check. Balding area against Central.
5:49 is your time here in the first quarter. 5:49.
So 4th down and 8, and Jones will kick it away. A little more room, perhaps. Check, check. Are you on, Derek?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, we're good.
Hey, we're on track. Jones angles the punt toward the sideline, and it is spotted out at the 30, I believe. He's walking still further. Uh-oh. This was not a very good kick. Only... So Central will start at its own 40 after an 88-yard drive first time. Let's see, Cunningham will be the quarterback again. And Cunningham had a nice touchdown throw. 5 of the 80.
Beautiful touchdown.
Gives it off to the fullback, busts through a few tackles out toward midfield. That is Zach Emmerich. Now coming into the night, he picks up 8 on the play. Down and 2, maybe 3. Second and 3, 47. Cunningham in shotgun. As he crosses the 40-yard line, that's to the 37 to the flag thrown back midfield. We'll see if this one is coming back. If it holds up, it'll be a 16-yard gain. But holding is the call, and it's against Central. Yes, no, I will. Yeah.
Well, we're recording.
Yep. You are recording? Okay. All right.
I'm going to put this all together.
Okay, well, we are here at Alumni Stadium in Wingate. You see the holding call going against Central. Joe Putnam, Derek Williams along with you. And ladies and gentlemen, we've had some technical difficulties tonight. A lone transformer here at Alumni Stadium knocked our power out until this point, essentially. It's also knocked out the scoreboard here at Alumni Stadium. And in addition, it knocked out power to the press box. There was no public address. They are now on backup power. Have been operating since the beginning of the game. We just got back with you. The score is Central 6, Illinois 7. So BEA leading the Pauli Justice Sisters. So now in the second half. Coming in with a 43-yard run.
We can use my phone if you want. It's just kind of a pain to get to the light power.
Some rolling twisted around, goes down again, and he's got the first down, but again, we'll see if this one holds up. So right now, there is no scoreboard here, which means that the time has been kept down on the field. And so we'll get periodic updates when we can as to the time of this game. Meanwhile, holding is the call, negating yet another good run by Cunningham. And so Central now will be backed up in third and pretty long. Again, power knocked out here at Alumni Stadium. The lights are on a separate transformer from the one that was knocked out. So lights have been on all night long. Meanwhile, the score now here in the first quarter, and we're thinking that there are only a few minutes left in this quarter. The score is And that was a going out to 4 down, 13 to go.
You know, it's just like watching poetry in motion when he's running the ball.
77 yards so far, and he would have 26 more if there weren't 2 holding penalties on that drive that knocked him back. And now, back to kick is Moore, and he puts the right foot into it. 3 minutes and 28 seconds left to play in the quarter. Green picks it up, gets out of a tackle, and then is shoved out of bounds at the 33-yard line. And so Brian Green with another nice return. Bald Eagle area back on offense. And again, now I believe under 3 minutes to play here in the first quarter. And again, we're going to have to get updates. The line judge down on the field, I believe, is the one that will keep the official time of the quarter. And it will not be displayed on the clock. Of course, in the high school game, the scoreboard not the official clock, but a good approximation for the fans here and for us up here. But we're going to have to get updates throughout the game. So back in action, Jason Jones in this Bald Eagle area offense. He's got a Green each way. Brian Green at the top of the screen. Bryce Green at the bottom. Both seniors. Give is to Dakota Bartley, the senior. Bartley finds the edge. Flag flies in again. Moore comes in with the tackle. And the flag down. We'll see if Bald Eagle area is guilty of the hold much as Central was. And our referee this evening is Craig Lucas. And it is a hold. That's the thing. When you get those edge runs, the feeling is that maybe sometimes you have to hold in order to get that rush of the edge.
It's so tough to get to the edge. It's a lot of reach blocking. And when it comes to reach blocking, that's the key. You're reach blocking, and a lot of times when you're reaching, you're holding. You know, so to get that edge, it's a seal that you have to do. You have to be able to move your feet and get around the guy and make sure that the running back has an edge to run to.
And in the high school game, it's 10 yards from the spot, so an 11-yard penalty in effect. And now a draw play goes to the fullback, rumbling across the 30 to 35 and getting some of that yardage back. Caleb Weaver, the senior, with a big pickup. He'll set up a manageable second down. You don't expect to draw to the fullback that often.
The old Statue of Liberty right there. The quarterback goes back and reaches behind the guy and gives him the ball. That's a famous play. I seen my brother run that in the 1990s, if that seems like a long time ago.
When Boise State ran it seems like a long time ago. My goodness. And now a wing T look, second down and 4. Give is the fullback again. Weaver tripped as he gets through the line this time. But he gets a good spot out to the 42, just shy of the first down. He may have it. He does have it. First down yardage. He needed a little, just shy of 4, and he got 4 and an inch. First down. So Weaver now with 21 yards on this drive, his third carry of the night. Twin and truly a Twins formation now at the bottom of the screen. The two seniors, but instead the give goes to Dakota Bartley, finds a seam. Bartley across midfield. Bartley cuts it back to the middle. He's navigating through a sea of white, and Cunningham cuts him down just across the 30-yard line, but a nice pickup, gain of 29, first down, Bald Eagle.
One thing that he did right there is put his foot in the ground and go. You know, everybody in college, the college coaches want to see a running back that run north and south, and he went north and south in a hurry. You know, and had some great moves doing it.
So Bald Eagle into Central territory now for just the second time in the game. 2 minutes, 53 seconds. 2:08, the time remaining in the quarter. Jones slings it over to the near side and swinging around, getting away from a tackler and racing down the sideline, diving in. Touchdown, Bald Eagle area, Bryce Green.
Wow. That's speed. That speed to take that, the hitch, that's what everybody wants to see is a catch and a run. Give a guy some space and ability, give it to him quick, and he accelerated to the end zone.
Bryce Green, after his twin brother Brian returned the opening kick for a score, Bryce Green says, hey, I want a touchdown too.
I think it's a competition between them. Now, did they have to do everything like twins? I'm going to wear 11, you wear 12, You know, let me get a kick return, and then let me go ahead and score the next touchdown.
I'll tell you what, as Shaw adds the extra point, Bryce Green with 134 yards receiving in the second game of the year against Phillipsburg Osceola. Brian Green has 200-yard games, but they're different games. So I guess truly what's good for one is good for the other. A four-play drive ends up with a 29-yard touchdown pass. So Central get the ball back. We are still in the first quarter here, around the 2-minute mark. Again, we have to estimate because of the blown transformer that occurred prior to this game, and unfortunately had to miss much of the action here. But Joe Putnam, Derek Williams along with you, and pleased we could be with you. Looks like we missed a lot of action, but there's a lot of action still to come in this game.
Oh, this is going to be a big-time game here. You got a lot of good athletes here with Cunningham and the Twins. Both of them, you know, are electrifying, and it's going to be a good game.
14-6 now. Bald Eagle area out in front. Again, return the opening kickoff for a touchdown. Brian Green and then Bryce Green there. Here's a ball skittering along the ground, picked up by Damon Langer, up man across the 35 down to the 37. A little pushing, a little shoving after the play, but everybody will dissipate, and Central will start off its third possession of the night. Last time, penalties are what killed the Scarlet Dragons. Here on their third drive, they'll see if they can match that first possession, and they've got Austin Cunningham likely running the controls yet again. It will be Cunningham, a dynamic runner, a great passer. A minute and a half remaining here in the first quarter. And again, we're getting updates as to the progress of this game. Cunningham, pitch out to Moore. Brady Moore weaving his way through the defense and finally runs into too much navy blue at the 44-yard line. Picks up 7 on the play. Now, Brady Moore is another guy you don't want to sell short. Obviously, we've seen Cunningham make some dynamic plays, but Moore had 6 touchdowns last week against Penns Valley.
Anybody with 6 touchdowns in one game, I know the next week the coaches are shaking their head and they put a circle around that player. You know, and this is one of the key guys that we have to stop. 6 touchdowns. Wow, that's incredible.
Moore now in the slot, bottom of the screen. Cunningham in shotgun, fullback to his left. And Cunningham on a quarterback draw, designed run, trying to fight for first down yardage. And he's very close. He may have it. I think on the mark, they're going to give it to him. And they will. First down, Central. We are winding our way down toward the end of this first quarter. They'll give him 4 yards on the pickup. Cunningham with his second carry officially of the night. And now we're seeing Central spread it out a little bit. Play action for Cunningham. Throw to the far side. It's intercepted. Defensive back. I believe that was fading back. Nate Cleaver is actually the linebacker. Or no, Watkins, 24 rather than 21.
It looked like Cunningham rushed that one, you know, it got bad out of his hand, kind of wobbly going and just threw it a little short. He had his receiver wide open. It was a good read, just a bad throw.
He looked like he was looking for Helsel there, already has 1 reception. So Bald Eagle now forcing the first turnover of the night. 1st and 10 on its own 30-yard line. 30 seconds remaining now in the first quarter, so likely they'll get 1 play before they change ends. And again, the time being kept on the field tonight. Jones, toss it out, racing to the near side, and nearly getting to the edge before being ripped out of bounds. That is Mitchell Struble, the backup running back, a junior, and he gets out to the 33, so a pickup of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7, and now the time winding and the line judge keeping it, and you might be able to see there on the sideline, Jason Jones is right next to the official, and that's time. That'll be the end of the first quarter. And a wild first quarter here at Alumni Stadium. Bald Eagle area leading Central 14-6. This will give us time, Derek, I guess, to talk a little bit about what we saw in that first quarter. Obviously, you at home saw halfway through
but so far we've got Cunningham with a big run and a big touchdown pass, but he just threw the interception, and that may have cost Central some more points.
I think with the senior leadership over there at Central, you know, that's just like that's a mistake that these guys are going to roll off of, you know. Right now, Bald Eagle is on the road. Those twins are doing some special things right now, starting with that opening kick return that they had earlier.
And really, Central last week and throughout the season, we've seen on their returns, they retreat and try to find the open space and then break through. Really, for Brian Green, it was just a matter of he saw an opening and he went straight through and he got the block. He was able to slip through that initial wave of defenders.
With Brian Green, you know, he caught that he caught the opening kickoff, and the thing that I like is that not only was it good blocking, but he made some moves that were very impressive. He did a nice stiff arm, and then once he got to the sideline, him and his brother are very fast.
Yep, and Bryce Green followed it up, 29-yard reception, and most of that coming after the catch.
Yep.
So second quarter about to begin here at Bald Eagle area. The Eagles leading Central 14-6. Joe Putnam and Derek Williams along with you, and now late entry into the game. Extra receiver added, Dustin Plubel, but the give is to Dakota Bartley, and Bartley slices off the far side, ridden out of bounds by Mike Mock. Mock, who had a touchdown catch earlier tonight on the defensive side this time, rides him out of bounds to the 37, a 4-yard pickup for Bartley, and now it'll be 3rd down and 3.
Bartley is fast. You can just see the change of pace every time he gets the ball. And that right there, you know, speed kills, and every time that he runs the ball, it's just with that extra burst.
And Bartley, he's only 5'6", 150, but anymore, it seems like in today's game, size does not matter as much as it used to.
Oh, no, not at all. When I was with Detroit Lions, we had this guy named Steph Logan. That's what everybody called him, and he was about 5'5".
Bald Eagle calls timeout, and yeah, you talked about it. He's also a kick returner with the Lions and also with the Steelers,
yep.
And that's the thing. You can be 5'5", 5'6", and you can still make plays.
Oh yes, most definitely. And you know, he was getting pitches from the quarterback out of the backfield. They was just lining him up at receiver. You know, it's just that anytime he touched the ball with that speed, you know, it was so difficult for people to catch up with.
Absolutely, and we're even seeing it in the NFL, everyday players, every down players like Maurice Jones-Drew, and it really helps them in terms of getting low as they get through the line.
It helps them. It's totally an advantage because you have guys that's 6'5", 6'6" on the line, and you're trying to find a 5'3" guy running the ball.
Okay.
Just come back.
Okay.
Cut it up. We get back.
Gotcha. Taking care of some business there up here. Really, the power being out is really thrown things into a chaotic situation at times, although the two teams on the field have not been affected. Jones under center on a 3rd and 3, gives it to the fullback, and plowing his way forward, Caleb Weaver's got enough for the first down. He needed 3, he got 4. So 1st down and 10 now. We are in the second quarter here at Alumni Stadium. 14-6 lead for the Eagles. 3-1 on the season. Central also 3-1, but last 2 years this has been a lopsided matchup. Central won last year down at Roaring Spring 34-0. 2 years ago here in Wingate it was 35-7.
So Bald Eagle has a chip on their shoulder, and they're definitely showing it right now.
Absolutely. They are not afraid to make the big play. Wing T look. Here's a reverse play. One of the Greens, that's Bryce Green, weaving his way around the defense, trying to find the edge across the 40-yard line, then gets wrapped up and ridden to the turf. Tackle made that time by Jarrett Ponder, the defensive tackle. A stop after a gain of maybe a yard. They'll give him 2, so 2nd down coming up.
It just ran out of room. Sometimes the field isn't wide enough. Sometimes you want to look at it and say, please be a CFL field.
It'll be 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 is what it will be. After Bryce Green gets a yard on his first rush attempt of the game. Of course, he has the touchdown reception, 29 yards. That gave Bald Eagle the 14-6 lead. Bryce Green now at the top of the screen. Brian Green is at the bottom. Standard broken eye set now. Jones looking to throw, goes to the far side. Bryce Green gets around Mock and turns on the Jets. Going low, and Green elected to step out of bounds. The defensive back that time was Cunningham. He was going to try to cut the legs out from under Bryce Green, but Green just went around him, out of bounds, avoided the contact, pick up a 24 to first down.
He's doing everything that college coaches love right there. Just giving him a short hitch, and every time he's breaking it for 20, 25 yards. You know, that's everything you want to see out of a receiver. Just a simple route, a simple 5-yard pop.
So now first down and 10 for Bald Eagle in Central Territory again at the 34. And again, it is Brian Green at the bottom of the screen. Bryce is at the top. But the give is to the tailback, Dakota Bartley. Bartley wrapped up, brought down, Ponder the D tackle in again. After a gain of 3, it'll be second down. And Derek, we're seeing Central, they're filling the box. They're putting 8 guys in the box, literally, and yet Bald Eagle's still able to find those holes.
Yeah, usually when you have 8 guys in the box, you know, you want to go to running outside or even throwing the ball. Right now, Bald Eagle is doing everything that they want to do right now. Even with 8 in the box, they're running the ball and passing the ball. And Central just has to come up with some bigger plays.
5 carries, 30 yards for Bartley. 2nd and 7. A throw this time, complete to the tight end, Kovalarczyk. Cunningham. Seems his specialty is the low tackle. He bridged him down, but at the 20-yard line, a pickup of 11. First down, Bald Eagle.
I think that's the next thing that goes in the NFL, those low tackles like that. You can mess up somebody's knees like that.
Absolutely. That's why we saw earlier in the week in high school, there was a case of the hurdling penalty, which is not often called, but you're not allowed to hurdle a defender because of the fear that you'll get your legs taken out from under you like that. It's a 15-yard penalty.
That's baloney.
That's pretty much the 9.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Bartley on first down and 10 gets a carry.
He's fast.
Flag is down, however. He's ripped down inside the 10. Ball came loose right at the end, but they're going to say he was out of bounds at the 10-yard line. It would be a 10-yard pickup, but instead Craig Lucas says it's a holding, and it's going against the Eagles. A great crew here this evening, and they were in touch with Doug Dyke, the athletic director, here all throughout the power outage, but obviously scoreboard not necessary to play the game. As the holding goes against Bald Eagle, so it'll be a 10-yard penalty. It'll still be first down.
Our crew was all-star today. Was all-star.
Yes. Everybody, everybody all the way from the top down to everybody who participated, really getting this broadcast on the air.
Maybe not me. I was eating French fries.
That's all right. That's all right. You're here now. We're glad you are.
Special shout out to the women that's in the concession stands. They don't have power either, but they're still cooking up.
Exactly. That's right. The concession stand lost power as well. 9 minutes, 10 seconds remaining. Full house backfield. A wishbone look. And the give is to Brian Green. Cuts it back the other way. Trying to get a seal block there. Ripped down. He gets back to the original line of scrimmage after the penalty. Ponder chased after him the whole way and is finally able to come up with the stop. As well as Adam Frederick. AJ, they call him. He's a tight end as well. But a pickup of 11 on a first and 20 will bring up second and 9.
Brings up second and 9 from the Central 19-yard line.
So second down, just inside the 20-yard line. Call it second and 10. Spread set, 4 wideouts. Brian Green motions toward the formation. Throws to Bryce Green on the other side. Immediately the DB is there, and there come the flags. He's got there early. I think that was Mike Mock, the guilty party, and it'll be a pass interference penalty.
Mock is learning. He's learning. The pass interference is not a bad, sometimes you want to give up a pass interference. You saw the break on the ball. He's been studying the play. They ran it again. Just got there a little bit too early.
The pass interference call, they'll put it at the 14-yard line. Actually, they'll give it out to the 10, I beg your pardon. And so it looks like it'll be a 10-yard penalty. As it turns out, it's a spot foul. So first down and goal to go. Just inside the 10-yard line for Bald Eagle area, already leading 14-6. And if they can punch in another score, get up by 2 scores, this will help out. But instead, substitution problems. Bald Eagle area will have to call timeout. We will as well. We'll be back with you inside 9 minutes to play here in the second quarter. It is Bald Eagle area 14, Central 6. We'll be back with you right after this on the WHVL TV Game of the Week. So a couple of sacks against Jones. He'll now punt. He tries to place it deep, but instead a shank out of bounds at the 30, around the 30-yard line. It'll be spotted out at the 33, a punt of 4 yards.
Yeah, take that back to the truck. Yeah, this camera's up.
So Central will take over now. We're in the second quarter. Estimate approximately 5 minutes remaining in the half, but again, the time being kept on the field due to the power outage that we experienced prior to the game. A transformer knocked out, the lights stayed on, but that was about it here at Alumni Stadium. First, 5:48 is the time remaining here in the first half. We just got the word. 1st and 10 at the 32. Cunningham will just hand it off to Moore, and Moore with a head of steam gets away from a few tacklers, and finally they bring him down at the 48-yard line, a pickup of 16.
Moore runs hard. I think that they got a dual threat with Moore and Cunningham. You know, one's like poetry in motion, and one is a straight bruiser.
Well, that's the thing. I asked Dave Baker, the Central head coach, before the game, if there are any guys getting interest, and he said Brady Moore was a guy getting interest mostly from smaller schools, but they love his versatility. And whistles, and it looks like a false start there. Right tackle Tyler Miller upset with himself. He flinched, and that's going to knock Central back 5 yards.
You got to have discipline on that line right there. I know it's a lot going on. You're thinking about, you know, who you got to block, how many yards to play, if you got to pull. Now you got a quarterback saying, hut, hut. You know, so it's really hard for a lineman down there.
Absolutely, especially when you're trailing 14-6 against a team that you've beaten by near 30 points each of the last 2 years. Last year, over 30 points. 1st and 15 now from Central's own 43-yard line. Cunningham under center. Seen a variety of looks out of the Dragons so far in this game. Give is to the fullback. And racing through, Emmerich finds a seam, and Zach Emmerich all the way out toward the first down marker. He is eventually stopped by the linebacker, and that is Austin Cower, leading tackler on this Eagles squad, but not before he gets to the 41-yard line. Pickup of 16 and a first down. So moving the chains. Central now with it, 1st and 10 at the Bald Eagle area 41-yard line. We'll see if we can get an update on the time. There has got to be about between 4 and 5 minutes remaining, I got to believe.
If the sun was out, I'll tell you, I'll just look at the sun and just tell you what the time was.
Here's the give to Moore, and again, Moore finds a seam. Moore across the 25, Moore across the 20, 15, still fighting, still stiff-arming. And a flag down as he gets toward the 10-yard line before he's finally wrapped up. Seemed like he was just slapping tacklers away left and right.
Very physical. Moore is very physical.
So flag down to be a gain of 30 if it stands. But it will be a block in the back going against Central, so to wipe out a good portion of that run, although not all of it. It was thrown right at the end. I think one of Moore's teammates, one of Brady Moore's teammates trying to come in late was the guy that's guilty of the foul.
Usually when you're doing all that cutting, I know you're trying to fight for extra yards, but it's giving your guys who's trying to block for your bad angles.
And so it'll be walked all the way back to the 22. So Moore will get credit for 19 yards of that. Central guilty of the penalty. But it will be first down Central. The ball now. 4:18 remaining here in the second quarter. First down and 10 for Central at the Bald Eagle area 22-yard line. Cunningham under center. Gives it off to the fullback. Emmerich, spin move inside the 15 and down to the 11-yard line before he is stood up. And the ball came loose right at the end. Bald Eagle area has it. Coming out with the ball is Tyler Shaw, the safety. So Emmerich will get credit for 11 yards, but the fumble at the end, second turnover of the game, forced by Bald Eagle area. So with approaching 4 minutes to play here in this first half remaining, Bald Eagle area will have it 1st and 10. It'll be at its own 11-yard line, but Derek, a sudden change. The power company now on the scene here, looking at the transformer that was blown before the game. No shortage of power out of this Bald Eagle area offense, however, although that play not necessarily a shining example. Crashing down that time, Ponder, the defensive end, along with Tyler Miller and Zach Emmerich. No gain on the play for Dakota Bartley to bring up second down. 3.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Bald Eagle area up 14-6 over what had to have been a favored Dragon squad coming in. Receiver each way in an I formation. Under center is Jones. And the give is to the fullback. And ripped down is Caleb Weaver. Weaver for little to no gain. That quite kind of sneaky. It looked like Weaver was going to block, and instead he's the man that gets the carry.
Statue of Liberty. But the thing is about the Statue of Liberty, you only can run it once. Once a game.
That's why I believe it was Bill Walsh always said he wanted to be the first guy with a trick play in a game, because once a trick play is run, you're always on the lookout.
Yeah, you're on the alert. You know, so every time he goes back there to block down, you're looking at him like, oh, he's going to wrap the ball around me.
3rd down and 10 now for Bald Eagle area at its own 11-yard line. 3 minutes, 40 seconds remaining until half. And now whistles and delay of game, the call against Bald Eagle area. There are no visible play clocks here at Alumni Stadium, so those did not go out in the outage earlier on, but still, for Bald Eagle area, they already had to spend a timeout with substitution problems in this half, and now taking a delay of game penalty backed up against their own end zone.
I think we're on, Cam. You know, 1, 2, how much you want or what are you doing?
Joe Putnam, Derek Williams along with you here. Second quarter action. We're getting closer to halftime here.
Okay, got it.
At Bald Eagle area Alumni Stadium. Shotgun for Jones on 3rd and 15. Back to throw, under duress, gets out of the end zone and gets what he can moving forward before he is brought down by the linebacker, Zach Emmerich. Gets out to the 8-yard line and a timeout called by Central. We're going to take this timeout as well. We'll take a timeout. Central trailing 14-6, but trying to save as much time as they can here in the first half. And we're back with you after this on the WHVL Game of the Week. Second down and goal. Ball now on the 10-yard line, but a timeout called. So Central trying to save some time at the end of the half here. Bit frantic.
Hey, Joe, I tell you what, man. Our crew is working hard. I saw you switching 5 headsets.
Well, we do it by any means necessary, really. we get this put together. So timeout called by Central. And yeah, they're literally, we've got everybody scrambling to get us on here. My goodness. Well, want to make sure we're still with you here for what may be a tying score. Central trailing 14-6. So Cunningham is now in shotgun. 2 receivers to the far side. Cunningham looking to throw. Trying to find some open room, whether to throw or run. Twisted down and down at the 13-yard line. Austin Cower finally comes up with the sack, and Cunningham a hard man to get, but they shut off all available avenues for him on that play. Central calls timeout with 1:20 to go here in the first half. So timeout, so we're going to take a quick timeout as well. We'll also take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with you with this important 3rd and goal play right after this on the WHVL Game of the Week. Back here with you, 3rd down and goal coming up for Central, trying to get a final score before halftime. 1:20 remaining here in the first half. Cunningham on 3rd and goal, looking to throw. Fade pattern into the end zone. He's looking for more, and it is intercepted. Picked off. Tyler Shaw, the safety, comes up with a pick. 3rd turnover forced by Bald Eagle area, and they turn Central away.
A great interception right there. And he kept his feet in bounds, NFL style, 2 feet in bounds.
Absolutely. 2nd interception thrown by Austin Cunningham tonight.
It's really tough to complete that pass right there, especially when it with the inside release by the receiver there. You know, it's have to be a perfect pass, and the safety jumped that because, you know, that's one of their main targets right there.
Now with the score 14-6 in favor of Bald Eagle area, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles at their own 20-yard line. Just over a minute to play here in the first half. They're likely trying to just run things out, and the give will go to the fullback, and the big man plunges his way through. Caleb Weaver with another big pickup. A gain of 5, and the clock will continue to roll. 2nd down, make it 3. They'll actually give him the 27-yard line. Up 2nd down and 4, I beg your pardon. Initially I thought they'd give him the 27, but he gets the 26. And the clock continues to roll. Central does not have timeouts necessary to stop the clock here and try to get the ball back. Give once again will go to Weaver, and this time he's stacked up. Ball came loose briefly at the beginning of that play too, but he's able to hang on. Forward progress nets him the line of scrimmage, but no more. No gain. It'll be 3rd down and 4. We'll see if we can get an update on how much time is remaining here in the 2nd quarter. And actually, that's it. There is no time remaining. Again, the time being kept on the field due to the technical difficulties we've had here. A power outage before the game, but no such power outages for the offense or defense here at Alumni Stadium. 14-6, Bald Eagle area leads Central in a battle of 3-1 teams. Halftime coverage and the second half coming up from Alumni Stadium when we return here on the WHVL TV Game of the Week. Back with you. Halftime here at Alumni Stadium in Wingate. Bald Eagle area leading Central 14-6. A battle of 3-1 teams here at halftime is in favor of the Eagles. Joe Putnam along with Derek Williams. And let's take a look at those first half stats, Derek. And really, Central has the edge in terms of yards, but those 3 turnovers have been huge.
Yeah, the turnovers have played a big part in the game. You know, Cunningham he has the ability to be great. You know, and he's proven that with running the ball the way that he's doing. But you know, just made some mistakes, and I'm interested to see how he's going to bounce back.
We'll see how Dave Baker's Central crew responds as a team coming up in the second half. Central will get the ball to start the second half as well, and we'll be back with it for you right after this here on the WHVL Game of the Week. Alumni Stadium in Wingate, Pennsylvania. It's camouflage night here at Bald Eagle area as the hometown Eagles lead Central 14-6. Plenty of folks showing their support for the men and women of our armed forces who serve us so nobly both here and abroad. And Derek, as we are getting set for the second half, another big factor in this game has been penalties. And really, both teams have been affected by it. Bald Eagle area, less so than Central perhaps. Central, it's been a certain drive killer, but Bald Eagle area has had some key penalties as well.
Yeah, Bald Eagle faced some penalties when it was in the red zone one time where it could have really blew open this game and had a two touchdown lead. You have Bald Eagle with six penalties for 57, and Central with 7 for 65 yards. Both of them fairly even, but you know, it's still some drive killers.
A lot for one half of football.
I think the power was out, so everybody just, you know, decided to hold or anything.
Shaw to kick it off. They're trying to avoid Cunningham and Moore, but the kick will go out of bounds at the 20-yard line, and so Central will get some fairly good field position out of this. And that's the drawback of trying to get it away from some dangerous kick returners. Dave Baker told me earlier in the day that really, since week 1, they've been trying to kick it away from those two.
Yeah, with their ability, you know, you just don't want to give them guys an extra chance at the ball, especially on special teams, because that's just, you know, momentum and the guys feed off things like that.
So first down and 10 for Central at its own 35-yard line after the illegal procedure call. And Austin Cunningham and the offense back out on the field. Cunningham a dual threat in the first half, but he threw 2 interceptions. Still 98 total yards for the senior. And on the first play, gives it off. Moore up the gut, and flags flying after the play is thrown down to the turf is the tight end Frederick. Brady Moore came up with a big carry, and there may be some additional yardage tacked on.
You can't have those personal fouls like that, especially in a game that's tight. This game means a lot. This game means a lot for Bald Eagle right here. When you're talking about they haven't won this game in 2 years, you know, you want to get this win underneath you, bro.
Craig Lucas and his crew talking things over. You saw Frederick down to the turf. Moore with a 9-yard pickup if it stands as is. And they want to be, I think, extra sure as to who the guilty party is in a situation like this.
Usually in these situations, it's the second guy. First guy does something, and right when you're about to react, that's when the ref eyes come over there.
And you see personal fouls against both sides and an ejection. And I think it's one of the Central players, Frederick. He was thrown to the turf, but he has been ejected from the game. So the officials will come over to Dave Baker and explain the situation. But you saw it, it's personal fouls each way. They'll cancel each other out, so the play will stand, I believe, because I believe it was a dead ball call. Right now they moved the down marker back to first down, which is interesting. We saw a call like this in the NFL the first week. Coincidental personal fouls, but the ejection for Frederick, there you see him pleading his case. But AJ Frederick, it looks like, will be out of the game. And yep, there you have it. Frederick has been ejected, I believe. And again, personal foul against Bald Eagle, personal foul against Central. Those penalties will offset. Frederick is ejected. And I believe it was after the play, so the gain should stand, and it looks like it will. The officials have not moved from nearer the first down marker. The down marker changed to first, but it'll be second down. It came after the play. It'll be second down and 2. 2nd and 2 coming up.
You got to be able to play within the game. You know, I hate to see high school kids get thrown out of the game because, you know, this is special time for them. You know, that might have been a senior year. You know, you just don't want to have any games that you're missing out like that.
Frederick is a senior, in fact, so hurts even that much more. I formation on second down and 2, and the give is to Moore. He dives forward, has enough for the first down. And getting up, making extra sure that he's not making any extra contact is Ryan Watkins, the linebacker. And he's wearing that number 31, which a Bald Eagle does every week in memory of Steve Dorman. And we've seen that tradition all throughout our time coming here to Alumni Stadium, and Watkins continuing on that tradition here tonight. There you see Adam Frederick, very dejected. Trying to root on his team, however, as a give this time goes to the fullback, Zach Emmerich. And Emmerich got some good yardage in the first half. He's across midfield into Bald Eagle area territory at the 49. It'll be second down and 5 after a 5-yard pickup. Second down and 5. Ball at the Bald Eagle area 49. twin receivers towards us. Give us to Emmerich again. The fullback spin move again. And he's out toward the first down marker. He might have enough. Shaw finish him off. But he'll be spotted down. It looks like he'll be just shy of first down yardage. They'll bring in the chain gain to measure this. 14-6, Bald Eagle area leading Central here in the third quarter. And again, you see on the screen, no time. That's because the scoreboard has been out ever since approximately 30 minutes before the game tonight because of a transformer blown. As we'll take a look again at Zach Emmerich and the work he's been doing.
He's fighting for extra yards. It cost him a little bit earlier in the first half. You know, he spun, and then right when he went to a spin, somebody came and stripped the ball away from him. You know, you see the running backs for a Bald Eagle, all of them are fighting for extra yards. But the thing is that when you do that, you just got to make sure you hold on to the ball.
Speaking of fighting for extra yards, Cunningham on the quarterback sneak with a fake action behind him, gets enough for the first down, converts the third and short. And so now it is a first down and 10. First and 10 for Central at the Bald Eagle area 43-yard line. Receiver each way, I formation. First down and 10. Movement and had a man in motion. You had a defensive lineman, but it'll be a false start. Central moved too quickly, and once again they'll be backed up. 8 penalties tonight for the Dragons.
And a lot of the thing that's going on with Central is offsides penalties, and these things are something that you should be able to fix in a huddle. You know, just listen. The only thing you got to do is just listen to what the quarterback says, and then go out there. And I know you got a lot of stuff going through your mind, but the only thing you have to do is just make sure you pay attention to the snap count.
First down and 15. Give is to Moore, and Moore plows his way through. Nice form tackle there, the original line of scrimmage. But Moore gets back to the 40-yard line, so he nets 8 yards on the carry. It'll bring up now a second down and 7. Second and 7 coming up.
Moore is a great football player. He's running that ball really hard, really tough. You know, getting them extra yards. Every time he gets it, you know, it's 5 or 6 guys trying to bring him down.
Second down, we'll call it a long 6. Split end each way for Central as Cunningham goes under center. Motion man, here's the give. More open room there. 35, he's got the first down and more. Stiff arm along the sideline, tries to cut it back toward the numbers, and he is into goal-to-go territory as he matriculates it down to the 10-yard line. Pickup of 24 and a first down.
Oh, he's definitely feeling it right now. You know, every time he gets in the ball, he get up and he'll look at the coach and say, "Keep feeding me, keep feeding me, keep feeding me." You know, and he's being productive with it, not letting the first guy take him down.
So first down and goal. First and goal from the 10-yard line, and whistles before the snap. Timeout to Bald Eagle area. So it'll be first and goal for Central, but let's take another look at Brady Moore's big run.
The one thing that you can see out of this kid is right when he gets the ball, he explodes through the hole, and then when that first initial contact comes, it's not bringing him down, and he's fighting for extra yardage. You know, he's just a great player, just a great run right there, but that was just one out of many runs that you've had today.
9 minutes, 9 seconds now remaining in the third quarter is the update we've been given from the line judge. Again, the scoreboard is out, and so the clock not operational, so the time kept on the field by the line judge, and he is updating every so often. Also on the time, I can recall a situation like this in the late 90s. Beaver Stadium, hurricane rolled through. Penn State was going to play Louisville, and the scoreboards were not operational in Beaver Stadium, but they still played the game, obviously, because it was the daytime. They could still go out. They could play. But every so often they have to go down to the sideline and get a hit from the sideline and tell you how much time left.
I had one game like this in Boys and Girls Club, too. You know, through Boys and Girls Club in Washington, D.C., there's not too many places with the scoreboards. It just makes the game so much longer. You can't look up and figure out how much time is left. But I'm a master at looking at the sun or the North Star, and right now I see that it's about 6 minutes or something left.
Well, there you go. Derek, we'll come back to you in a few minutes and see where the positioning has gone to on the North Star. Cunningham going to keep it himself. Cunningham with some room. Cuts, dive into the end zone. Touchdown Central. Austin Cunningham does it again. Now Austin Cunningham, the 10-yard touchdown run, and now Central just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game. And we'll see what they
need this one. This will put it back 0-0.
It looks like they've got the play all set. There have been kicking woes all season long for Central. Missed an extra point earlier. And we may see Dave Baker start going to more of this. Flip back. Throw of a Mock. It's short. Went to the reverse to Mike Mock, but his throw to the backup tight end with the exit of Frederick just short of Jared Ponder.
That was a good call right there. You had a wide open wide receiver. The twins, one of the twins, he did it again.
All righty, well, coming back. It is Central still trailing 14-12, but Bald Eagle area will get its first possession of the second half when we come back on the WHBL Game of the Week. 65-yard drive for the Dragons of Central, but two-pointer misfires and the Bald Eagles still lead 14-12, third quarter action here at Alumni Stadium in Wingate. And we'll take another look at Austin Cunningham doing his thing.
Austin is electrifying, and we really couldn't see it right there, but just to hop over, he's so shifty once he gets the ball. He's cutting back across field. Like I told you, it's this little model of success where success isn't a straight line. It's just all those curves, and that's how he runs the ball.
Model of success for him every time. And another guy doing a lot of work tonight, Brady Moore. He is the kicker. And back deep to receive, a dangerous Green. That's Bryce Green. His twin brother Brian returned the opening kickoff, 88 yards for a touchdown. And they'll squib it to the up man. The lineman jumps on top of it, however, and I believe that was the sophomore Joshua Fye.
That might have been the most athletic play I've seen this whole game. With Cunningham, with the Greens, with everything. With a lineman catching the onside kick directly at him, that is difficult right there.
And instead it was 66. That was Adam Morgan, the junior, rather than the sophomore Fye, who's a starting offensive lineman. But still, let's give credit where it's due. The big man.
Where it's due. That was a great kick, too.
So 1st and 10 for Bald Eagle at midfield. Jones under center. A variant of a full house backfield. Motion man gets the fake. Jones looking to throw, and now ridden to the turf. Ponder comes up with a loss on the play, only about a yard, and now you see Central's defensive ends starting to get a little bit more penetration.
Yeah, they're in a wide technique right now, and the thing is that their tackles, you have to get kicked back and kick straight back, because anytime you're going to attack these guys, the only thing they're doing pretty much is just running around them.
2nd down and 10 will be coming up. 2nd down and 10 they'll give him. At midfield after Jones picked up nothing, as it turned out. And now, got a receiver each way. Brian Green at the bottom, but the pitch is to Dakota Bartley, and Bartley wrapped up and getting some help. The defensive tackle, Casey Lithgow. Tackle for loss, and Ponder says that Central has the ball, but it came out after Bartley's forward progress had already been stopped. Still, a big loss on the play knocks him all the way back to the 45-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 15.
I think that was a fumble. I don't have the best eyes in the world, but I have a 20/20, so that's the best that it can get.
Absolutely. We'll see. We may be able to take another look at that. We'll see. 3rd down and 15 coming up. Jones in shotgun this time, and movement up front, and Bald Eagle a little too quick. They were trying to get some motion. Instead, check that. Encroachment is the call. Saw there was movement up front, but it's initiated by the defense.
That whistle came so fast, I thought that there was a challenge coming on, and I was like, high school football, they have challenges?
9th penalty of the night. Dave Baker and Central do not have to be pleased with this at all. Makes what was a 3rd and 15 into a 3rd and 10. Back in midfield. a little bit more manageable. Baldy Galeria, and there you see 9 penalties, 75 yards. Central's penalty problems plaguing them here this evening. And they trail by 2.
And it's been so many offsides, you know, you just don't want to.
Jones under duress, and he is sacked. Knocks him back another 5 yards, and it's one of those smaller guys on the field. And Trey Shirey, the senior DB, comes on the blitz and comes up with a sack, forces 4th down. The 4th time that he has been sacked tonight, and there you see Shirey getting all sorts of accolades on the sideline.
He had this guy wide open. They was throwing that hitch so many times. Right when they did the hitch and go, it was wide open. Just unfortunately not enough time.
Good snap to Jones, who's also the punter. And Cunningham will let it drop at the 29. Takes a ball to go bounce, but only a short one. Down at the 30-yard line. Again, one of Jones's better punts tonight, 25 yards. He has had some difficulty, though. He shanked one for 4. He shanked one for 11 so far tonight. But that time, he is able to pin Central a little bit deeper.
I think that has been that he's been trying to directional kick punts, you know, and that takes a special skill. And I know he's going, Jones is being the quarterback, and he's like, oh, I got to go back here and think about this. Now I got to think about directional kicking. You know, it can get kind of difficult.
Central's second possession of the second half. They went all the way in for the score. Cunningham running it in last time. And now Cunningham will hand it off. It's Brady Moore again, and Moore is across the 35 to the 36-yard line. This will make it 2nd and 4, a pickup of 6.
Now with the scoreboard out, could you guess the time right now?
That's a good question. Under 7 minutes to play. That's my guess.
What a political
It's
answer.
down to
right
6. We just got the update. I'm a good guesser. When I get help, I'm a good guesser. 2nd down and 4. Maybe we get some help from the birds of the air. Here's the give to Moore again, and Moore through the hole once more. He's got the 1st down, and Moore out to the 43-yard line. Pickup of 7 on the play, and it moves the chains for Central.
Moore has he has the ability to run behind his pads. He's getting low, you know, and just right when he takes the ball, it's just so much power going forward.
Right on the doorstep of 100 yards. He's got 11 carries, 99 yards right now for Brady Moore, the senior. He's been a dual threat. He has 270 receiving yards this year, but Central has had difficulty through the air tonight. Just 2 out of 5. Give is to the fullback as Cunningham got mauled at the point of attack. Emmerich gets pushed back. But they'll give him forward progress to the 48-yard line. Pickup of 5 on the play. 2nd and 5 coming up. Kovalarczyk aids on the stop, and now the fullback Emmerich now with 6 carries, 48 yards on the evening for him. 2nd down and 5. Cunningham under center. Give to Moore again. He's got 100 yards and more. He's got the 1st down. Runs right into the linebacker that time. Ryan Watkins wearing number 31 this evening, but it's a pickup of 5 and a 1st down. And there you see Moore just proud of that rush. 100, and he's crossed now the 100-yard threshold. 1st down and 10 for Central. 10th 1st down of the night for the Dragons. Twin receivers on the near side, not literally twins as is the case with Baldy Galeria. 1st down and 10 from the Baldy Galeria 43-yard line. And the give is to the up man. 1st man through and stripping tackler Zach Emmerich. Emmerich still upright and still moving out to the 37-yard line. Pickup of 6 after it looked like he was stifled at the line.
He keeps his feet moving, you know, and usually when you keep your feet moving, that's the cause of you breaking tackles. Once you go dead and once you think you're tackled, you know, that's when you're going to get tackled. But these guys, you know, the running back coaches that they have over there in Central, they're teaching these guys how to run behind their pads and keep their feet moving.
You just saw it coming in there. Josh Fye, the sophomore D tackle. He's a run stopper, and he's back into the game. 4 minutes remaining now here in the 3rd quarter. In time being kept on the field. Moore gets the carry. Moore across the 30 and Moore out to the 28-yard line. Actually, the 29. They'll spot him just shy. But it's a 5-yard pickup and another 1st down. 13 carries, 109 yards now for Moore, who does not have a pass reception tonight. High formation, new fullback in the game is Nick Hohenstein. And a ball down on the turf, but Cunningham jumps on top of it. Bungled snap there. It'll bring up second down. Second down and 11. They lose a yard. 3:20 now is the time remaining. 3 minutes, 20 seconds remaining, and likely counting here in the third quarter. So second down and 12. Second and 12, actually. Cunningham comes to the line after he lost yardage on the snap. Here's the give to Moore. Gets past the first man, but help arrives. Bald Eagle area snuffs him out for little to no gain. In fact, he lost a yard. And we'll take a look at this and see who was the man that laid the lumber on him.
Looked like the offensive lineman just missed the block, and then now you got your group tackling coming right there. Really couldn't see who had the first initial hit on that instant replay.
So Watkins and Fye aid him in the tackle. Under 3 minutes to play now here. Third down and 13. Third and 13. And a give to the fullback, and plowing his way forward, Zach Emmerich, trying to get back much of the yardage, and he did. He's out to the 23-yard line. So an 8-yard pickup. This will bring up fourth down and 5. This is manageable for the Dragons. His 8th carry of the night. He now has 62 yards. Central, before all this is said and done, may have a couple of 100-yard rushers. Maybe a few. Cunningham's at 73 for the evening. Fourth down and 5. And the give is to the fullback again, plowing forward, fighting for the first down, and he's got it. Zach Emmerich doing yeoman's work as he gets out to the 15-yard line. First down for the Dragons, a pickup of 8. And we'll take another look at it right here.
Just that quick handoff. It's so hard to recognize right when you give that ball right there to the fullback. You know, everything's going on. You're carrying out a fake, and then you realize that the first guy has the ball. It's really a really hard play to pick up.
A minute 50 remaining here in the third quarter. And the give is to Moore. Moore jumped over a man. Did not hurdle, apparently, but he gets a few yards moving forward. Pickup of 4 to bring up second and 6.
Now you say it's a penalty if you hurdle someone?
Yes, if you, it was called last week, and there was a big to-do on the national scene. Hurdling, meaning if you consciously leap over a defender, is a 15-yard penalty. Often not called, but it was last week. It's in the books. Option this time for Cunningham. Fakes the pitch, cuts it back, reversing his field, but he is wrapped up, and this will be a loss of yardage. Tried maybe to be a little too cute that time, ain't there?
I'll tell you what, he can be as cute as he wants to be. This kid has eyes behind his back of his head. You know, he's making moves that are incredible all through this game. You know, it's really hard to key in on and tackle him, you know, because he's so shifty.
So a loss of a yard will be third down and 7. Third and 7. And we have less than a minute left in the quarter. Under center, Cunningham on third and 7. Give us the fullback again, and again, plowing his way forward inside the 5. Ball ripped out at the end, and it's a touchdown. They'll call it a touchdown. Zach Emmerich into the end zone for 6.
That's a great example right there of just keep motoring your feet. He took a guy into the end zone after getting contact 5 yards away from it. So just keep driving your feet in the ground when you hit that first initial contact.
And Emmerich getting helped off the field after this great effort.
Now you can see this play right here. Just great vision, and he's just motoring his feet right there, and the ball just came out, you know.
Yeah, he was definitely in, but there you see, that may be a more important circumstance, grabbing his leg after a 13-yard touchdown run.
And he's such a key part of this offense right now, especially both their dual running backs. You know, both of them are doing a great job.
By the way, Mike Kresovich, one of the great officials on this great crew, is the man who ruled him in. So a 2-point try now for Central. Cunningham to throw. Now it says Benton. Benton, the quarterback, throws to Cunningham, his fellow quarterback, or it's Mock, I should say, and Mock is in for the 2-point conversion. So Benton, for the first time in the game, we see him. It's been a strategy that Central has used. Cunningham has become a receiver, Benton at a quarterback, and finally, Benton is in, and he throws the 2-point pass to Mock to give Central a 6-point lead.
When I was in high school, we had this guy named Nico Scott. I don't like to admit that people can throw better than me, but, you know, I was really athletic. I played wide receiver, played running back, played quarterback. But then when Nico came in, I had the ability to go receiver. But the thing is that Nico can throw a little bit better than what I could, you know. And it was just a different look and a way to get more guys on the field.
Well, let's see Noah Benton. Let's see if he has that Nico Scott form on this one.
Here you go. Eyes still down the field, not looking to run first, but looking to throw it. It's a great catch. 1 foot in bounds at high school is a touchdown all the way. But I think he might have had 2 in there. Really couldn't see from that angle.
I think he did. I think he was abiding by the NFL standard on the 2-point pass, and he gets both feet down.
And he didn't get hit by the Calvin Johnson rule.
That's right. He did not. Central leading Baldwin area now 20-14 here in the third quarter, as we are in the waning moments of the third. Under a minute to play when the touchdown run by Emmerich was followed by the 2-point pass from Benton to Mike Mock, who also had a touchdown catch earlier in the game on a nice reception. And again, if you were just joining us, knocked out for much of the first quarter, as here is a squib kick again. It's loose on the turf. Central says they've got it, and they do. The Dragons have it. Rushing in once again, making another big play. Trey Shirey jumps on top of it. All right, we'll be back right after this. Central leading Baldwin area 20-14 here on the WHVL Game of the Week. Back with you here, Central with a squib kick, and Shirey recovering after the touchdown and 2-point conversion, so they lead by 6, and they've got the ball again. And again, the give is to Brady Moore as Hohenstein is replaced. Emmerich is the fullback. Emmerich had to be helped off the field after scoring the touchdown. Moore gets the carry here, 5-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd down and 5. And with that now, 15 carries, 118 yards for Brady Moore. 6 touchdowns last week against Pennsylvania. He's been held out of the scoring column tonight, but he's done his damage other ways. Hohenstein, the fullback, gets the carry. Also wearing those neon green shoes, much like the quarterback, Austin Cunningham, but Hohenstein only able to get a few yards out of the play. And there you see Brady Moore, number 34, right in the center of the huddle right now. 16 carries, 118 yards on the night.
Now, where do they get these neon shoes from?
I'm not sure. We might have to snag ourselves a pair each.
Yeah, maybe we need to get a neon microphone.
Third quarter comes to a close. Central leading Baldwin area 20-14. Fourth quarter coming up from Alumni Stadium when we return on the WHVL Game of the Week. Down and 2 coming up for Central in the first play of the fourth quarter. Leading 20-14. Joe Putnam, Derek Williams along with you from Alumni Stadium in Wingate. Cunningham keeps himself. Emmerich is back in the game, but Cunningham will keep it. Across the 20. Cunningham turns on the afterburners. Touchdown Central.
I tell you, that boy, wow. Wow, he, like I said, the ability of him just running the ball and his vision is subpar right now. You know, it's a lot of high school guys. You just don't see him moving like that.
37 yards for Cunningham on his second touchdown run of the night. He is over the 100-yard barrier with that rush, and the Eagle fans none too happy. And Central looks like will again go for 2 here. Make it truly a 2-score game with 2 extra points. Cunningham in the pistol now. Emmerich, the fullback to his left, he's helped off after his touchdown run. The give is to Moore. Moore trying to find the edge, but ridden out of bounds. 2-point try is no good as Austin Cower, the linebacker, comes up with the stop.
Austin did a good job on that, not bringing him down by his horse collar, but he just touched it and then let it go.
And Austin Cunningham now with 109 yards, and we'll see the last 37 of them.
Just the foot in the ground right there, and just the acceleration right now, and just knowing that the outside was clear, and just ran away from him. He's a really fast guy, but it looks like sometimes he's just floating. And usually when guys like that just float, it's like, oh man, you know, he has the ability of turning it from 100 to 80 to 80 to 100. You know, he's always moving and it looks good.
He shifts gears very effortlessly. And Central, this being now the fourth quarter, the Scarlet Dragons, initially they came to the end to the right, thinking it was still the third, but yes, there was a change of ends. We switched quarters, so they'll kick off on the left side now as we see it on the screen. All discombobulated, obviously not expecting Cunningham to break out as he did. But Moore will kick it away. As there you see the Bald Eagle area cheerleaders. They have been yelling all night, leading this crowd on camouflage night. And now for Bald Eagle area, down 2 touchdowns after you took the lead into the locker room at half. How do you respond?
Oh, right now you have the Twins on the outside. I think it's about to be a big day for the Green brothers.
And this one to the up man again. Pitch back to Green. It's Bryan. Bryan finds a seam. 35-40 already with a touchdown tonight. Tackled at the 42-yard line. They'll still give the Eagles great field position.
Even with that play right there, you want to give your playmakers the ball. You know, the up man got it and just pitched it right back to Bryan Green.
Yeah, the Green Twins have been active this evening. They each have some big plays. Bryan Green with a catch for 8 yards. And the kickoff return for touchdown. Bryce Green, 2 catches, 50 yards. And the only passing touchdown, the only offensive touchdown of the night for the Eagles. Now Jason Jones back under center. Trips to the right, but the pitch is to Bartley. Trying to find room anywhere he can, but then is whacked down to the turf. Zach Emmerich, linebacker, obviously it looked like there must have been a cramp because he is back and he's playing. You see he limps a little bit, but certainly not enough to keep him out of this game.
No, I don't think he wants to go out of the game. You know, these running backs, he's having a productive day. You know, he wants to stay involved. Only thing you got to do sometimes, you always know if you're hurt or you're injured. You know, if you're just hurting, you can get back in the game.
Second down and 9 now for the Eagles. Ball on the 43-yard line. Jones rolls out to the right, under duress. Holstein chases him down and brings him down. Big sack all the way back to the 34-yard line. Knocks him back 9.
The hustle on that play, that came from all the way on the other side, blitz. You know, and he hustled down with a straight line, straight beeline right to the quarterback.
There you see, when Jones gets the ball away, he's done a good job tonight. 4 of 4, 69 yards, and a touchdown, but he's been sacked 5 times now.
Just not getting enough time to throw the ball right now. You know, the problem is that Central is bringing more guys than what Bald Eagle has blocking, and one guy's coming free every time.
Third down and 18. Screen pass out to Bartley. Bartley with a nice block at the 40. Gets to the 44-yard line, but not enough for the first. He comes up 8 yards short after a pickup of 10. So a 5th pass completion without one dropping to the turf, but comes up just short. And Jones, also the punter, will have to kick it away here on 4th down. Cunningham and Moore are both back deep to receive. There you see Jones barking. He needs an 11th guy out there. Cunningham, and here's a drop snap picked up by Jones, trying to salvage what he can out of it, but he's brought down. Damian Rhodes comes up with a stop, and Central will have great field position when we come back. First down, Dragons leading 26-14. Back for more action right after this on the W. Up. First down and 10 action. We'll keep it right here.
Everything that can go wrong for Bald Eagle right now is happening right now.
And a fumble, and so a turnover on downs there. First down and 10. So Central will keep it. We're keeping it right here. Ball in the Bald Eagle area, 38-yard line.
Cunningham under center again. Moore is his tailback. Moore will get the ball, but he's met and dropped immediately. Levi Kramer crashed through and comes up with a big stop. The backup defensive lineman. A big hit by Kramer.
Those are the tackles that you like to see right there. You know, just one guy bringing them down, bringing a player like that down by himself. You know, those are the tackles that you want to see.
Just the second negative rush on the night for Moore. 2nd down and 12 now for the Dragons. Twin receivers, and now the motion man is Helsel. The give is the fullback Moore this time, and doesn't get a whole lot. Looked like he was hit as he was receiving the ball. But a nice job bringing. There you see Central domination in the second half. They have outscored Baltic Area 20-0. Moore, Emmerich, Cunningham, all with rushing touchdowns. 2 guys already with 100 yards rushing tonight, and Emmerich may be the 3rd.
When you can do that on the ground right there, that's the success of winning right there. When you can control the ball in the run game and pass when you need to, you know, that's how you usually win games.
3rd down and 12 now. Last rush, no gain. And Moore is back as the tailback. Jordan Corello is now the fullback. Emmerich dinged up just a little bit. We'll see if he stays on for defense. Cunningham, no one to give the ball to. And it looked like the fullback just went the wrong way there, and Cunningham's eaten up for no gain.
Austin Cunningham taken down in the backfield.
Just miscommunication right there. You know, I think that he was looking for his fullback to fake, and the fullback just wasn't there.
So 4th down, and now it'll be Moore. They'll have to punt. 7 minutes, 45 seconds, the latest update. That's the time remaining in the 4th quarter. Remember the blown transformer before the game, forcing the time to be kept on the field.
I didn't think you were here that time. I was just about to ask you how long is it, you know, and then once you said something, I was going to say, yeah, 7:45. I don't know where I got that from.
Moore to kick it away, puts the foot into it, end over end kick. It'll bounce out of bounds right at about the 12-yard line, and that's where Baltic Area will take over. 4th quarter action here, just about 7.5 minutes ago. Central leading Baltic Area 26-14 on the WHBL Game of the Week. Alumni Stadium in Wingate, 4th quarter action. Eagle fans anxiously waiting to see if their offense can come to life here in the final 7.5 minutes. Joe Putnam, Derek Williams along with you, and Derek, Central has dominated the second half, but Baltic Area is still with some life left in it, especially when they've got the Green Twins at their disposal.
Yeah, but the thing is right now is that, you know, Central is bringing this blitz, you know, and right now when just for Ball Eagle, they're just not picking it up, you know, bringing that outside pressure with the wide ends, and it looks like that they just can't pick these blitzes up that are coming from the outside.
And maybe you see the fullback in Max Protect there with him in shotgun. Jason Jones, the quarterback, looking to throw on 1st and 10. Pumps twice and then gets brought down. Ponder the end once again, just like you said it there. Ends getting penetration, and Ponder gets the sack. 6th sack of the night for the Central defense.
Right now, you know, when you pump like that, you usually have 3 seconds to get that ball off. You know, and I think the line did a better job than what they were doing. But, you know, with the pump and just taking your time, you know, eventually somebody's going to get beat on that line.
6-yard loss on the play. 2nd down, 16, 6:45, the time remaining in the contest. Jones to throw, has some room, fires it down the middle, incomplete. Went off the hands of his receiver, Mitchell Struble.
I tell you, Jones has an arm. You know, he's been very productive once he gets the ball off. You know, I think that was his first incompletion.
It was.
But the thing is that one he had a lane of throwing it. He threw a great ball. You know, unfortunately the receiver dropped it. It hit him right in his hands. And you know, right now in a game like this, you have to make those big time catches.
A 3rd down and 16 coming up, and Jack Tobias told us earlier today that Jones really worked on that in the offseason. Worked on his accuracy, his strength. And there you see, he's had a nice day when he's got the ball away, but hasn't when he's been put to the turf. 3rd down and 16. Jones under duress again, and this time brought down. Did he get out of the end zone? I think he did, just barely. And it is down at the 1-yard line. Trey Shirey comes up with another huge play, a loss of 6.
I think that one thing that Jones did on that one, he fell forward and the ball crossed the plane. His body was in the end zone, but the ball crossed it. You know, he's right there.
He's down.
He had the ball right over in front of him.
At the very last moment.
That's close.
So now Jones will have to kick it from the back of his own end zone. And you see almost everybody on the line. Only Cunningham is back. Jones, line drive kick. Cunningham will get the chance to field this one from the 42. Cunningham, nice block there. Has the sideline open. He's going to go all the way in. Touchdown Central. Picture perfect 42-yard return.
Cunningham is a special player.
That was a devastating block. And he's still down. But my goodness, that's exactly what Dave Baker and his crew want to see. That is not what you want to see.
When you get a punt like that, especially when the team is backed up, you know, it gives you a lot of room of just saying, okay, I have enough space to make something happen. You have a chance to. You're taking a chance once you get the ball.
And that's Ryan Watkins. They're getting up now. And we're going to step aside. Hopefully Watkins all right. We'll be back with you. 4th quarter action. Extra point upcoming. 32-14. Central leads it here on the WHBL Game of the Week. 32-14, Central leading Bald Eagle area. Extra point upcoming after the 42-yard punt return by Austin Cunningham, who's done it all. He's thrown a touchdown, he's run in 2 touchdowns, and now the punt return for the touchdown.
And I'm not just saying that I like Cunningham because he's wearing number 2. The guy is really good. The guy is really good. You know, that punt return, that was electrifying right there.
On for the extra point, Zach Slagenwhite. Slagenwhite 0 for 1 in extra point attempts tonight. Snap is down, kick is up, partially blocked, but it goes through. Had just enough momentum behind it. And so another point added on to the Central lead. And it's a 3-score game now for Bald Eagle area. But a play like that is there you see Austin Cunningham.
Oh, that kid had some nice sideburns right there.
109 yards already, 2 touchdowns. That's just on the ground. He also had the punt return for touchdown. And yes, folks, he plays quarterback, but this is an athlete.
Straight athlete, you know, and when he runs the ball, you can just see it. You know, he's he has the vision of just cutting back and exploding whenever he wants to. This is one of the best guys we've seen so far this year.
And not only is he a jack of all trades here on the football field, he's the starting shortstop for the baseball team. He's the starting point guard for the basketball team. This guy's a triple threat in any way you look at it.
I don't know too much about the other sports. I love football.
5 minutes and 25 seconds, the update on the time in the 4th quarter. 33-14 lead for Central. This was a 14-6 game at halftime. Bald Eagle area led it.
I think Central went in there with their coaching staff, you know, made some great adjustments to come out in the second half, and, you know, that's shown. Still a little sloppy with their offsides penalties, and, you know, once they get back to practice, I think that's going to be harped on for the rest of the week, so next week we won't see the same thing.
And Brady Moore to kick it away. And here is the short kick again. Well, the up man gets it, takes a knock, and keeps going. Down past the 40, now some pushing and shoving. Already have had one player ejected in the game. Player slow getting up off the turf. But he is popped back up. And let's take a look. There you see the guys from the power company working on the transformer. That transformer blew out before the game, and they're working on it right now. It's looking all right.
But again, the scoreboard is out. Our broadcast obviously down for the first half of the first quarter, but we were able to rejoin you, luckily. But there you see, working some overtime here.
Hey, yep. Special shout out to all our guys on the crew, man. They did a great job.
Indeed. 5 minutes, 20 seconds remaining here. 1st and 10 for Bald Eagle area from its own 42. Jones to throw, and the flag is down. A high throw. It'll be ruled a forward pass. Whistles come down. This one may be negated, so it would not count as an incompletion. And it's a crackback block against Bald Eagle area. Illegal block below the waist. It's the call from Craig Lucas. So wipe out that incompletion. So Jones still only with 1 on his ledger tonight, but really he's been under duress. And Dave Baker told us before the game, he said, our pass defense has not been great. It's been the weak point of our season so far. We've got to do a better job getting to the quarterback, and they've done that tonight.
Oh, they definitely have, and I think that they designed some blitzes that might have been kind of difficult for Bald Eagle to pick up right now, and they have had a lot of success with that. And right now, with the wide ends, they're just rushing around, and the key as a tackle is just dropping straight back. You don't want to get out your lane where these guys can beat you hard.
15-yard penalty, and there you see the domination. 27-0 Central, and that's where Bald Eagle area, Moore and Emmerich each with the rushing touchdowns. Emmerich just shy of 100 yards. Cunningham with a rushing 2 rushing touchdowns and a return touchdown. Really, it's been all Central, and now 1st down and 27. 1st and 27 for the Eagles. And now they're bitten by the penalty bug as the give is to the fullback. Ball ripped out. Ripped out, picked up. Noah Benton, the backup quarterback, in at DB with the recovery. And Central will have the ball again. Is slow to get up is the fullback, Caleb Weaver. He picked up a few yards, but then coughed it up.
What a great strip on that play. Got his hand right on the ball and just ripped it right out of there. Like I said right now, it was a great first half Bald Eagle put together, and then right now it's just everything that can go wrong that is going wrong.
So 1st down and 10 for Central in Bald Eagle area territory at the 28. We'll see if the first team is back out. It looks like Moore is there, as is Cunningham. Maybe trying to get some extra work in. Obviously stifled for the most part in the first half. Only 6 points. 27-0 since then. 5 minutes remaining here in the ball game. Cunningham under center and dropped the fullback for Central. Jordan Corello drops the ball in Bald Eagle area. Comes up, 4th turnover they have forced in the game. Their 1st in this half. So he giveth and then you taketh away.
The problem on that play was he didn't make his pocket big enough.
We're going to see it right here.
I think that he tried to take it with his hands right here. Whenever you got to make that pocket in there, and then the quarterback just lays it right in the pocket, then you squeeze down on it. That exchange was a little off.
The 2nd lost fumble for the Dragons tonight. Cunningham also threw 2 picks. Those have been only black marks against him, really. He's now a cornerback at the bottom of the screen. The give is to the fullback. Caleb Weaver looking for a little redemption after his fumble, but he is knocked down for little to no gain. He got a yard, and that's it. 2nd and 9 coming up. Zach Emmerich among those helping on the stop. And Emmerich, great to see him on the field. He came off limping and had to be actually helped off the field, putting little to no weight on his right leg after he scored that touchdown. But he's back out there.
And it's the difference of being hurt and injured. I think that he might have had a cramp and then, just had to get some water, Gatorade in him. Even though it's kind of chilly today, you still can be dehydrated.
Exactly. Jones, the pass out to Brian Green on the far side. Green across the 30. This is that short, quick pass. Nets 3 yards. And that is his 2nd catch of the night.
Tackle made by Zach Emmerich. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Brian Green in his 2 receptions, just 11 yards. Bryce has had the big night. A couple catches for 50, but see if maybe Brian Green can add some more receptions to his ledger. Jones, quick throw again, this time to Dakota Bartley. Spins and then is wrapped up and brought down. Nice tackle at the legs. Caleb Wyant
the linebacker, came up to make the stop there. A loss on the play of 4.
Caleb, great play, buddy. You know, right when you out of reach, you're taught to reach for those shoestrings and try to pull up, and he did that excellent right there.
Ball at the Eagles' 29-yard line.
So now 4th down and 9 for the Eagles at their own 29. Nothing to do here but punt. Jones will kick it away again, and Cunningham is waiting at midfield. Jones, the one-step approach, he just kicks it, and Moore is way back. He'll chase it down, grab it at the 25, spun around and brought down. Maybe not the wisest move that time, as he is snapped up for no gain on the return.
I think Brady was like, hey, you know, we got one punt return. It's my turn this time. So he just took a chance with it.
2:33 left in the game. 2:33.
A 33-14 lead for Central. And right now, with Central ball 1st and 10, right now we want to thank, too, Seven Mountains EMT were a big help to us when we needed the backup power. They let us use their generator to get on the air tonight. So we want to give a great big thanks to Seven Mountains EMT for their assistance with tonight's broadcast, and certainly circumstances not what we had planned at the outset of the night, but it's been a great one here as now flags fly in, some more tussles, more contact. Again, we've already had one player ejected, but there. Personal foul called against Bald Eagle after the play, so another Bald Eagle area penalty.
You got to be able to control yourself, winning or losing. The only thing you really want to see is sportsmanship coming out of here. You know, I know it's tough. You know, you're in a physical game like this, and you hate losing. But still, you have to hold your character high and be able to have great sportsmanship.
Saw Cunningham run off the field. So likely he's done for the evening. Noah Benton, who is the backup quarterback, a sophomore who has seen almost split time with Cunningham this year, gives the ball to the fullback. And on the 1st and 10 carry, it is Jordan Corello again, and he nets about 6 yards. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Try and see if we can get a time update here as the clock is ticking away. There's Benton. He threw a 2-point pass that ended up just that actually hit earlier in the game.
2 minutes to play. 2 minutes.
2 minutes remaining is our update. 2 minutes to go in the contest. As here is the pitch now to the backup tailback. Twisted to the turf is Caleb Wyatt. And don't forget, next week we're back up at Malinak Stadium in Mill Hall. Central Mountain, the Wildcats, to host Huntington. That's next week, right here on the WHBL Game of the Week. And Derek, we had a great time up there last week. Should have another great time up at Malinak Stadium.
You know who I'm ready to see. Tyler, baby.
Tyler Pavalco. He was a star last week. We'll see if he can repeat the performance against the Bearcats. 3rd down and 1. Give to Wyatt again, and Wyatt with some room out into Bald Eagle territory at the 46-yard line. Pickup of 5, and now you see more of the subs starting to come in for the Dragons. See some of the sophomores, the juniors, Wes Houston, Tim McMaster, Gavin Hoover, a junior, checking into the game as well. And Benton back into the huddle at the quarterback. So for Central, looks like they'll move to 4-1 on the season. Bald Eagle area, a game effort tonight, but they'll drop to 3-2. But we saw great things out of both teams tonight and some things they need to work on further on in the season.
I think with these penalties, both teams need to concentrate a little bit more on, just keeping a clean game.
Trey Shirey with a carry there. He made a couple big plays in this game. 3-yard carry. It'll be 2nd down and 7. And we'll see if this will finish out this contest. Again, time being taken down on the field by the line judge. And we're getting updates every so often as to how much time is actually remaining. Benton under center. 2nd and 7. As a low crouch and the give to the fullback, and immediately Jordan Kovalarczyk is not giving up on this game. He immediately feasts on Corello at the line of scrimmage, knocks him back for a loss of 2.
Shot made by Josh Fry.
It'll be third down, and third down to call it 8. And now, time, and that's it. Bit of an anticlimactic ending, but a conclusion nevertheless. So Central upends Bald Eagle area 33-14 tonight. Final score here at Alumni Stadium. We'll be back to wrap things up from Wingate after this here on the WHBL Game of the Week. Central defeats Bald Eagle area tonight, 33-14. And we'll send it down on the field to the third man on our crew, Andrew Callista, with the winning head coach and our player of the game. Andrew?
Hey, Joe, I'm happy to be part of the broadcast here tonight with all the power issues, but I'm joined right now by a very happy Dave Baker of Central. Coach, you had the power issues, a little slow first half. It was almost like you guys had a power outage issue. How did you rectify those at halftime?
Well, we just told our players we got to play a little bit better. We didn't play very good the first half. We didn't cover a kickoff. We didn't jump off sides. Had a lot of penalties. We just told them we better play a lot better if we're going to try to win the game.
One of those players that did get jump started in the second half was Austin Cunningham. Just talk a little bit about his performance, the punt return, and his quarterback.
A real good punt return. He really ran the option well today, and I think that was the difference in the game, is the way he ran the ball the second half, along with the way our line blocked.
Once you guys got the game tied up, it seemed like you had a little bit of a gutsy call going for a couple onside kicks in a row. That seemed to actually shift momentum totally once you guys recovered that second one.
Well, the first one was not an onside kick. They just didn't kick it very far. The second one was an onside kick, and we were lucky enough to get it.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. I'm going to bring in the star for tonight's Central, Austin Cunningham. Austin, electrifying punt return tonight, almost as electrifying as your shoes out there.
Yeah, thank you. Punt return just got good blocks. Makes my job easy then, get in the end zone.
You guys had it going all night with the rush game, and you at the quarterbacking position were able to create some things offensively. What were you seeing out there from the BEA defense that allowed you to gain so many yards offensively in the second half?
It all starts up front. I mean, our line, they're getting big holes, and that makes our job look easy then.
All right, Austin, congratulations on a good game. Very happy Central Martinsburg team tonight, Joe. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Andrew. Alumni Stadium here, and a big win for the Dragons of Central. They're now 4-1, and Austin Cunningham, maybe the best player we've seen this year.
Yeah, he was very good today, very impressive. Not saying it again because he's wearing number 2, but the kid was great.
That's a great number to wear, and yet
yes, especially returning punts. Oh my goodness,
had those neon green shoes on all night long. Well, a great one here tonight, and we look forward to another great one next week. For Andrew Callista, for Derek Williams, and our entire WHBL crew, who did a great job tonight getting us not only on the air, but doing so well while we were on. I'm Joe Putnam, and we'll talk to you again next week from Malinac Stadium in Mill Hall here on the WHBL Game of the Week.